Welcome back, subscribers, and welcome new viewers to March General Monthly Reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, North or South nodes of the Moon. And I want to thank each and every one of you who have subscribed, who like and share my videos, because that helps my whole channel to circulate to more and more individuals who are in need of this information just like you. And any of you who are interested in knowing your nodes of the moon, wanting copies of that, wanting to know about my book that I have recently released since last October, or you would like my private readings list, send me an email, thecreativewoman369@gmail.com. Okay, Taurus, let's talk about this big month. Astrologically transiting planets, major. So first off, the full moon is going to be on the 7th of March in Virgo, 16 degrees, 40 minutes. And then the new moon will be on the 21st, and that will be in Aries, 0 degrees, 50 minutes. And that will be conjunct to transiting Jupiter, which is also in Aries. And it begins the month at 11 degrees, and by the end of the month, 18 degrees. And then we also, for a short period of time, have Venus in Aries, which it is right now, and it will be or stay in Aries through the 16th of March. And so, it begins at 10 degrees, and then by the 16th, it's 28 degrees. And then we also have Mars, which is sextile to Venus. And Mars is in Gemini, and it will be through the 25th of March. So it begins 19 degrees and ends at 29 degrees. And the sextile between Mars and Venus is a quite lovely, compatible, loving combination. So in general, for the whole world. And I'm getting also very soothing and harmonious and passionate, possibly, for some of you. Okay, and then the two biggies. We have Saturn first is going from Aquarius, which has been in Aquarius for nearly 2.5 years. It was the 17th of December 2020 when it went into Aquarius. And now on March 8th, it will be going into the sign Pisces. That's a big deal, especially if you are around my year of birth, which is, I was born in 1966. And so it's going to be about, for those in 1964 through approximately 1966, something like that. Because again, it's about 2.5 years that Saturn stays in one sign, and all of us around those years will be going through our second Saturn return. Everyone's first Saturn return is between the age of 28 to approximately 31 years of age, which has everything to do with something major shakeup, major with your security base, which could be anything from getting married to getting divorced to having a baby, or some big maybe move from one country to another or one state to another, some huge change, transformation in your life. Okay. So, and then, Saturn then, once it goes into Pisces, it stays in Pisces. It's not going to retrograde back into Aquarius anymore. So that's done again on the 8th. Big deal. Big deal. And so you might want to check and see where it's landing in what house, and possibly what it's aspecting in your natal wheel. What planets? Is it aspecting your nodes of the moon? That's a big deal. And then the next huge planet, huge transformative, intensely transformative planet is Pluto, which is in the end degrees of Capricorn. And by March 24th, it will be 0 degrees Aquarius. So that is a huge deal, because Pluto stays in one sign for approximately 18 years. And it is going to, it's very intense, and it will get to the bottom of whatever blockages personally you have, and also the world at large in general. And so again, this is a big deal. We are having a major shift, major transformation, major upheaval. So in the world, if you don't already know it. And so that will be introduced again on the 24th for about 2.5 months through June 11th, 2023. And then it will go back into Capricorn the rest of the year, and then it won't go back into Aquarius until I believe the mid-January 2024. And I believe it has one small retrograde again back into Capricorn, and then just for a month or month and a half, some very short time in 2024, and then the rest it's forward. We stay in Aquarius, Pluto Aquarius. Okay. So anyway, let's now continue. Taurus, let's see what the month has in store for you. And like I always say, if this monthly reading is not accurate for you, that is perfectly okay, because your natal wheel and your planets, and then the transiting planets hitting your natal wheel, is going to be different for each and every one of you. And so you might want to check out your ascendant sign, your moon, or your north or south nodes of the moon. All right. Oh, there we go. Wow, okay. You have Ascend, number 8, Taurus. Wow. So look at that. That is amazing. So something in your life, you are letting go of something, or you have just recently let go of something. And again, March, I'm not surprised with all of this energy going on. And you are moving forward or up, or however you want to see that. You are ascending. You are going to a different level. You are taking on something new in your life. A brand new start in some area of your life, or just in general. And I'm just getting, of course, the stars are aligned for this. So for you personally, Taurus, this month, pay attention to your intuition as well, I'm getting for some of you. And your root chakra. Make sure you stay grounded. Okay, so let's see what else. What else do I want to look at? Let's look astrologically what card or cards come out for you for this month of March, which, by the way, begins tomorrow. Today I'm taping on the 28th of January, 2023. So, okay, so for Taurus, what do they need to know astrologically? What astrological sign or planet do they need to be aware of or that's assisting them this month? For Taurus, sun, moon, rising, north or south nodes of the moon. For Taurus. Okay, so we have Saturn, structure, and Saturn also has to do with authority figures, and it has to do with your security base. And it's number 24. That adds it to be a number 6. So what I'm getting from Saturn also is a very serious planet. And whatever, so, okay, first, whatever, wherever your Saturn is natally, in whatever house, position, and whatever sign it's in, take a look at that. And also, you want to take a look at where transiting Saturn is in your natal wheel. What house is it going through right now? Because that will give you a big bunch of information. Because that, wherever it is, you're going to be serious. You're going to be focused. It's going to force you basically to be focused on that area of your life at this time. Specifically in March, there's something there having to do with Saturn. Very important. Very important. Saturn also has to do with father figures, authority figures, and sometimes it even can mean our mothers. It depends. It's going to be different for all of us, but it's authority figures, your security base. And again, now I know why I said root chakra, because that doesn't normally come to me. But when I said root chakra, has to do with your security base, the foundation of yourself, of your energy. Okay, so that's a big deal. And here again, root, wow. Now, I don't know what Imam Quelli, I really don't know what that means. It has to be a phrase for something having to do with astrology, because this is an astrology deck. And even though I'm an astrologer of 28 years, I've never heard of that specific name in astrology, but it says root. And what I just said, it's reiterating. So your foundational base security. Here you go. And then Pluto's right in there too, but so far it's Saturn is coming out for you in a major way. And this is number 38. That breaks down into an 11. And so yes, you're working on your base foundation of you. Your internal self, your soul self, your depth of who you truly are. And because if we don't have, for example, if you're building a house, if that foundation isn't solid and sturdy, then it ruins, it makes the whole rest of your home, your structure because that's what you build everything on, not solid. So that's what you're working on. That's what I'm seeing. And maybe, again, you're ascending so that either you can, what I got was a new beginning in some way that then enables you to begin a solid foundation where you had to deal with things in the past and let things go you might have thought were solid, but they fell apart because it wasn't solid and it was actually stopping you from your personal growth. So now it's about ascending to that new foundation for yourself, that new beginning for yourself, so that you can, because you have more knowledge now, you're better equipped and with more wisdom consciously from whatever you went through in the past to make your foundation solid and secure this time. Okay, so we also have number 53, which breaks down into an 8, and it is the aspect opposition. And so, and then the word under it is confrontation. So there is something that has been, or you could come up against it sometime in March, that two opposing forces. So whether it's something internally that's totally, completely going on inside of you, or maybe some of you I just got that if you're not aware of that, consciously aware of the internal opposition inside your own self, then it will play out in your environment to assist you in seeing what's actually going on inside you, because that's the energy. That's what happens. You will be putting out this opposition energy, and if you aren't consciously aware of it, then you can't do anything about it. But things are going on, people are fighting around you, there's opposition, they're butting heads, or you could be butting heads with another or others, or you, but still it has to do with you. And I'm being drawn back to say, take a look at your natal wheel, because, and does it have to do with Saturn? Is your natal Saturn opposing another planet or your nodes, or is transiting Saturn opposing your one of your natal planets, or even your nodes of the moon right now, or in March? Okay. All right, so let's keep going. So let's get some tarot cards and let's see if we can find out. So, and what I'm getting, see, since you're working on your stability base, and opposing forces would be hindering that. And so, again, I'm getting, that's what's going to come up to the surface. If there's anything there that needs to be taken care of so that you can lay that foundation, or before you lay that foundation, you will see it this month with this opposition is what I'm getting. And so now, because you're listening to this, if that happens, you will now know where it's coming from. It has something to do with your energy. Of course, it always does. And because everyone is just a play, is just an actor or actress in our own play, whatever we're putting out there energetically, whether we know it or not. So that's what's happening. That's what I see is happening with you. And again, Taurus, it could be anything. It's going to be different for all of you. And depending on how deeply it's buried will depend upon how serious the opposition is, and maybe even how many times that happens. Maybe it's coming from several different directions for some of you. But it's for your own best good, so that you can finally see that and know that consciously, so that you can take care of it. But again, it's back to your natal wheel, because that is where it's going to show. And then you will be able to get tremendous information about that, so that you can know for sure, so that you can deal with it properly. 9 of Wands. Yes. So some of you have really been going through it, and you are doing battles and you've got some battle scars there, the 9 of Wands, but you're still going at it, and you haven't given up, and you're determined, and of course those battle scars, you've become wiser, you've become more knowledgeable through this, and you will continue to gain knowledge, because there is always something positive to gain in the midst of painful, battling, angry confrontations, fearful, sad, whatever that is. But there's always something positive to gain. And you will, or a few of you maybe you have already, and you are going to begin to see the new, that you're ascending from that. You're going away from that. You're going to a different place now, because you have gone through the battle. And again, the Nine of Wands means you're nearly there. So you're in the end rounds for some of you, definitely. And so you will begin to see all that hard work pay off. Yes, Ace of Swords, okay. And the swords has to do with your thought process, your thinking, your mind. And so, what I just got, I was looking at the sword again, and what I got is, you've been cutting away those things, those thought patterns, those belief systems that do not serve you, that are actually blockages. And you've been that's what you've been taking care of. Whatever's in your subconscious, which we know, if you watch my channel regularly, you then already know that. And those of you that don't, that are new, this is why I'm feeling the need to say this, that our nodes of the moon at birth, they're put in our subconscious, and that is a blockage. But it feels like our south node feels like this is how life is going to work if we just go about doing life in that specific way, our south nodal way. But it's wrong. It's just a feeling. It's completely opposite of the truth, because it's something we are to become consciously aware of, so that we can then move beyond that. And the only way I know of to become consciously aware is to be able to read it for yourself, so then you know what that is. And the planets that I have found that most people have aspecting planets to their nodes, that to me just assists all in funneling our attention for each of us towards our nodes, so that we can take care of them, so that we can be free and our powerful selves forever. So that's what I see that you are working through, and you're going to succeed. You are going to succeed. And you just keep going. You keep going. Again, this is a general reading, so you're all on different parts of your path, and you just keep going. Oh, look at this. Four of Wands. You are going to have something to celebrate this month. However little or however big. I don't consider anything little. When you're working through your personal work, especially through your nodes of the moon, that's what I see everyone's personal work is our nodes of the moon. South node, working through your south node properly, so you can receive the blessings of your north node. You are going to have a huge celebration. And it doesn't just help you. It helps your family members, it helps your ancestry, and it helps every soul on this earth and beyond. Okay, so yes, so you are coming into some type of celebration, and maybe even I just got to some type of collaboration with another, because I'm seeing another there, and you could be joining forces with another, and that could be friendship, it could be romantic, it could even be business. It doesn't, it's going to be different for all of you, but it's going to benefit both of you. I was drawn to the fruit, all the fruit up there on the wreath that's hanging. yes, it's going to be beneficial for both of you, or if it's a group, all of you. And then judgment. Well, the words that just came in my head is having to do with you are judging yourself. Some of you are judging yourself at this time, or you will be in March. And this is whether it's subconsciously, whether you know this or not, is what I'm getting. Because you know there is something, or maybe you just have a sense that there is something that you have to do. There's something, there's a calling you're being called to open something up, awakening to something that you are to do. And maybe you're listening this month. Maybe some of you, that's what's opening up, is you're finally going to listen. And because, I mean, I understand, you try and I know I did. I ran as often and as many times from completing my South Nodal work than I can shake a stick at. But there's finally, I came around and realized I can't run. There isn't any place that I can run far enough away to get away from me and my responsibility to completing my South Nodal work, because no one else can do that. It was given to me, just like no one else can do your personal work. Only you. And if you don't do it, then it goes undone and it passes down to the next generation and then the next generation. That's what's been happening. But now we have the chance. All of us, especially now in this Aquarian age, and now Aquarius Pluto. So, and it looks like you also, Taurus, you. And so don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about anything that you have done or not done in the past, because I guarantee it's South Nodally. You were doing your South Node, and all of us do that. All of us do that until we don't, until we become consciously aware. And it takes time. It takes time. And we stop running, of course. That's what takes time. So don't feel bad. And if any of you out there who are listening right now don't know what your nodes of the moon are, don't know what even that about anything about your natal wheel, you've never had it done, or you do and you would like some details, this is calling to you, then, and you'd like me to do a private reading, well, let me know and I will send you my private readings list. And if you just want your nodes, that's free of charge. Your wheel, free of charge. Okay. So let's move forward. So yes, this is a big month for you, Taurus. All of you. Okay, so is there anything else for Taurus they need to know on this deck? Okay, there we go. Yeah. So yes, okay, 8 of Swords. So you've been stuck. You've not been able to see your way out, how to get out, what needs to be done to get out of whatever situation or predicament that you are in right now. And that's our physical environment. It only shows us what's going on inside. So, and vice versa. So yes, I'm just heed the call, or some of you are now, or will now this month, heed the call to look inside yourself, because you are in control of you, and being stuck, being tied up in knots, being not able to see straight, not able to see which way to go, whatever it is, it's inside you. It's inside you, and your higher self, the universe, the almighty creator of all is now here to assist you. It's your time, Taurus. Wherever you are at on your path to ascension, there is something opening up, expanding for you so that you can climb even higher, even higher. And what I'm getting to with this tied up, because she's in a red dress, and red, again, that stands for the root chakra, and that's what I was talking about in the beginning, is your root chakra and that root security base for yourself. And then she's tied up, and so something is, you're bound up. There's energy bound up, and you're blocked in your root chakra, that security base for yourself. And I'm just getting, you're not knowing what to do. You're almost, it's not a panic, but it's a, and see, the swords are all around her. And so I'm getting, it's like you're isolated, or you feel isolated, or you feel incarcerated. So you could definitely have the incarceration house is the 12th house. So you might have planets, or a planet, or your nodes in the 12th house, or in Pisces too, because Pisces and the 12th house, that is the house of Pisces, is the 12th house. So I also got the word fantasy. So you could be, some of you, again, this is not going to be for all of you, but some of you could be deluding yourself about something. And whatever that is, only you can figure that out. But it's keeping you tied up. It's keeping you debilitated. It's keeping you incarcerated, is what I'm getting. Oh, I just got, some of you haven't been wanting to know what that is. And so it's been keeping you tied up and this way, stuck. And again, that's understandable. I absolutely, there is no judgment here, because I could tell you stories about me. So, yes. Okay. So, and maybe you're interested in getting my book, because I speak about that, my journey, my life journey. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But so anyway, okay. I'm going to see if I can get some more with this card for you, Taurus. And some of you, it could be past, it could be recent past that this is happening, but I'm just feeling like it could either be happening or now, or it's going to happen. Whoa. And maybe Saturn, when it changes into Pisces, is going to do the assistance that is necessary so that you will be able to look into and face and focus on what this is. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so 5 of Swords. Yeah, see. Okay. Okay. All right, I just got something else with the 5 of Swords. He's looking back, and I was drawn to the... He's looking back. And what I just got is you are looking back in the past. So you're still in the past, and something it has not been dealt with. And so there is still agitation. There is still some type of... That's why you're stuck. Because there's something in the past, your recent past, whatever it is, it's going to be different for all of you, that must be taken care of, that you must take care of until, so that you can move forward. You're going to stay stuck. But the universe is helping you by transits coming through. So I guarantee you, if this sounds right for you and this is what's happening to you right now, and you're still in it, I definitely, I cannot impress upon you enough to take a look at your natal wheel or get it done. You don't have to do it by me, but and get your nodes of the moon. Please, because that is an integral part of true ancient astrology and what has been suppressed for all of us. But this is guaranteed. This is what's... It's your past, something, whether it's something you've done, whether it's something another, or a combination. But see, again, anything that has been done to us, that will show up in our natal wheel. And that was our energy going out because we were needing that experience. Check your Chiron. Absolutely. Nodes, Chiron. Chiron is the injured healer. Wounded healer, excuse me. Chiron has to do with whatever house position and whatever zodiac sign it's in. It is talking about where you will be injured, where you're going to be injured. And that's so that you can take care of it, though, so that you can bring it up to the surface into your conscious awareness so that you can take care of it. And so you're not, and you can heal yourself. I was going to say be healed, but actually we do it. We really do, by becoming consciously aware and working through that. And I just about guarantee for at least some of you, it's going to have something to do with your nodes of the moon as well. It's going to be connected to other planets, nodes of the moon, whatever it is. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, but you have the power and you have the ability now, this month, if that sounds right to you, to dig in and free yourself once and for all. And I'm telling you, it is once and for all, and it will never come back, and no one can ever take that away from you. Okay, this was really deep, Taurus, so I'm going to have to stop here. I don't want to get this too much longer. It's already... I've been trying to make them a little shorter, easier for all of us to listen to. But so I hope this helped. And again, if you have any questions or you would like me to do a special reading for you, please reach out to me. If you want me to send you a free natal wheel and your nodes of the moon, I always send nodes of the moon to everyone who asks for their natal wheel. That is just, it's so essential. It's so essential. Okay, that's all I have for you, Taurus. Have a open-minded expansion, ascending month for yourself. You can do it. You're ready for it. I love you, Taurus. All of you. Until next time.